Okay, today I'm going to talk about manifestation. My name is Holly Overton. I'm a screenwriter and novelist living in Los Angeles. And today on my Scene Double Entertainment Substack, which is the Substack I have with my twin sister Heather, we talk about how like woo woo and like manifestation has affected our lives. Now, my sister's very woo woo. She's always been like self help, like, kind of a searcher. I've always been a bit of a skeptic, which is fine. And I think like I always just sort of had my writing and journaling to sort of help me process things. But I want to say, so in our Substack, we talk about how this has affected us. And I had this experience where I was in a really kind of dark place. Like we had bought our dream home, which for some of you who've bought dream homes turned into a bit of a nightmare. And we had like this major flood. We had to like replace our air conditioner. We had to move out of our house for like 6 months. We battled the insurance. It was like hell. And I have, at the time I had like 4-year-old, 3-year-old triplets, and, constantly moving. We can't be in our house. It was just like very jarring. And not to mention, like, it was after the strike. My show had been canceled. I had some like development stuff that got canceled. So I was in this really dark, negative place. And my sister was finally like, what is going on with you? Like, you have to get out of this place. Like, and she started sending me manifestation TikToks and started saying, just write down what you want. Just write down the things that you want. And finally, I just was like feeling so awful and so negative. I started doing it. And so I like wrote down, like, I want the insurance to reimburse me. I want to be able to move back into my house. I want to get some sort of TV or film deal that will cover our expenses and, help us stay afloat. And I know it sounds like woo-woo and not believable, and it probably would have happened even if you hadn't kept writing it down every day in your notebook. But I swear to God, like 2 weeks, like from when I started doing this, like writing it down in my journal every day, same thing every day, what I wanted, what I wanted to happen. We got an email, we got the funding from the insurance. My contractor had a date for us to move back in, and I got my book turned into a movie, a TV show deal. And it was just so exciting. And like I was like, okay. And so I really do feel like, look, the world is a dark place. There's a lot of bad shit going on. We can't change that. But we kind of can change our attitude in our day-to-day and how that affects us, how it affects our family, how it affects our livelihood. So check out our Substack. Let me know, have you ever tried manifestation? Like, I think it's really interesting. And there's a lot of science to back up how it affects us. And I've also like noticed, like, when people are really negative, you start to really notice how it affects their lives. So let me know what you think about manifestation. And if you check out our Substack, let me know.